Tapping in real quick for this UFC 305. Dricus Plessis versus Israel Adesanya in Australia for the middleweight strap. And in this video right here, we just gonna chop it up about some of these parlays, man. Prelims, whole card. I dropped a few main card parlay options last night. I'm gonna tap back in a little later on with some more of them. But let's talk about it real quick, man. Listen. If you fucking with all these favorites, you know, on the prelims, you can catch a 5-pack at plus 405. You feel what I'm saying to you? Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Junior. Those 5 will get you plus 405. Now you can use those same 4, Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and you can swap out Junior as your 5th leg and toss in Walter as your 5th leg. If you, you're worried about that fight, it is heavyweight MMA, and that 5-pack will come at plus 436. So it's plus 405 for Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Junior. It's plus 436 for Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Walter. You'll notice that I use Tom, Jack, Song, and Luana as a foundation base to build my parlays on these prelims for the most part, because I feel like they're a very solid foundation to do so off of, man. You know what I'm talking about? So swap out options for 5th legs as far as I'm concerned, unless we're talking about haymakers, you know what I mean? Again, a 5-legger, if you're on all these favorites, that'll get you plus 298 is Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Stewart. Now, if you on the other side of that 5th leg like I am, and you're taking Jesus, Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Jesus, those 5 will get you plus 650. So Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Stewart is plus 298. Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Jesus is plus 650. On to another 5th leg swap out, using the same foundation as my base. You understand what I'm saying to you? Because I'm very confident. Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Josh. If you fucking with Josh, you can get it for plus 346. Those 5. If you fucking with Ricardo, to be the one to come out victorious in that matchup against Josh, Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Ricardo, those 5 get you plus 523. So Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Josh is plus 346, or Tom, Jack, Luana, Song, and Ricardo is plus 523. That's that with that. Let's run it back. Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Junior is plus 405. You swap out Junior, you add Walter, that's plus 436. Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Stewart is plus 298. You swap out Stewart, you toss in Jesus, it's plus 650. Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, and Josh, that's plus 346. You swap out Josh, you toss in Ricardo, that's plus 523. You know what I'm talking about? If, you're not comfortable with the female being tossed in there, women's MMA and all that, but you're comfortable with these heavy favorites, to each their own, you can catch Tom, Jack, Song, Jesus, and Josh, if you're on the side of Josh, at plus 686, or Tom, Jack, Jesus, and Josh, a 4-pack at plus 432. Tom, Jack, Song, Jesus, and Josh, if you're fucking with them, it's plus 686. Tom, Josh, Jack, and Jesus is Tom, Jack, Josh, and Jesus. Yup, 4 legs for plus 432. You know what I mean? Now, that Tom, Jack, Josh, and Jesus play, you notice I took Song up out of there because some people might not be as confident in Song to get it done against Ricky Glenn as I am. I'm confident. Hence why he's part of my foundation base to build off of. You know what I mean? But some might not be. Some might be on the side of Josh and not Ricardo, but still on Jesus as a dog on the prelims. That's why I slapped them 4 legs together at plus 432. That's Tom, Jack, Jesus, and Josh for anybody that it appeals to. Now I'm talking about, if we talking about haymakers on the prelims, me personally, my foundation's up in here. You know what I mean? So if you on the other side of any of them guys, to each their own, and this isn't for you. But Me personally, my haymaker on the prelims, I like Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, Junior, Jesus, and Ricardo. And those, what's that, a 7-pack? They get me plus 3,008. Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, Junior, Jesus, and Ricardo for plus 3,008. Now, if you're on the other side of Ricardo, but you like Jesus as dog money on the prelims, and you want to toss this haymaker in, you can rock with Tom, Jack, Song, Luana, Junior, Jesus, and Josh. And those 7, they'll get you plus 2124. You understand what I'm saying to you? That's that with that, man. You know what I mean? Prelim chat. Main card. You're going to notice I got a base for this whole, this whole card too, man. Individuals that I feel like are solid. If we're talking about these heavy favorites, you know what I mean? Why the fuck not? Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song, and Junior. You can catch that 7-pack at plus 715 for the whole card. That's Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song, and Junior for plus 715. But if that motherfucking, heavyweight matchup with Junior and Walter kind of shakes you, but the degenerate in you likes, 7 legs for plus 7 something, you can swap out Junior, toss in Walter, and still get 7 legs for plus 764. So Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song, and Junior at plus 715. Swap out Junior, toss in Walter for plus 764, man. Let's swap out a couple more. Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song, and Stewart. You can get them for plus 542. Swap out Stewart, toss in Jesus, and you can get them 7 for plus 1109. Now I'm talking about another one. Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song, Biggie Boy, Rosenstruck at plus 526. Swap out Rosenstruck, toss in Ty for plus 1171, man. Again, it's Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song, and Junior for plus 715. Swap out Junior, toss in Walter for plus 764. Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Song, Steve, and Stewart at plus 542. Swap out Stewart, toss in Jesus for plus 1109. Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song, and Rosenstruck at plus 526. Swap out Rosenstruck, toss in Ty at plus 1171, man. You know what I mean? Me personally, 8 legs that I feel are very solid and are going to come through to secure the bag. Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song. Fuck, I said 7 legs. It's 8 legs? 7 legs? 8 legs? Where we at? I'm fucking up. 8 legs at plus 1863. You know what I'm talking about? Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song, Biggie Boy, and Luana. Or swap out Biggie Boy and toss in Ty. You know what I mean? Put 2 of them in, throw Ty on one leg, throw Rosenstruck on the other leg. I think that's good money, man. You know what I mean? In my personal opinion, if we're talking about wanting to use these heavy favorites for something, let's use them as a foundation. Let's put them together to get that little plus money number and then build off of those motherfuckers. You feel what I'm saying? Tom's going to get the job done in my personal opinion. The same can be said about Jack. That's still not good enough for me, though. You know what I'm talking about? So you throw Gamrot and Carlos in there. Toss Steve and Song in there for me, too. Toss Luana in there for me. And that's a foundation for me to build off of. Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song, Luana. That's a good foundation for me to build off when we're talking about whole card, parlays, haymakers, 8 legs, 7, you know what I mean? I think all of them come through, man. I know it's a quick turnaround for Luana. You understand what I'm saying to you, man? And I take all of that into consideration, but on her worst day, I think she secures the victory against Casey, man. You know what I mean? And that's with all due respect to anybody that's out there on the Casey side of things, man. You know? Nothing about her resume stands out, grabs me in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Nothing about her wins, her losses. I guess, you know, she reached her ceiling inside the UFC as far as I'm concerned, in my personal opinion. You understand what I'm saying to you? Where on the other side of things, Luana has not. Do I think she's the next up for a title run? Do I think she's going to be challenging for a belt anytime soon or even in the near future or anytime in the future? No, I'm not saying that, man. But I think she wraps up Casey O'Neill, gets her out of there inside the distance via submission or at the very least via unanimous decision. You understand what I'm saying to you? On her worst day. You know what I mean? Nothing about Casey's resume is impressive. Nothing about the body of work that she has produced is impressive. Now, I've already talked about that for too long. We over the 10-minute cap. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean? I like Tom. I like Jack. I like Gamrot. I like Los. I like Steve. I like Song. And I like Luana, man. And I like Junior. You know what I'm talking about? I like Junior as a 8th leg. And I believe that's around plus 18 something for 8 legs. You know what I'm talking about? Tom, Jack, Gamrot, Carlos, Steve, Song Jr., and motherfucking Luana. And I feel like all of them gonna come through. You understand what I'm saying to you? But that's that with that. A little bit of prelim, a little bit of main card, whole card chat. I'm gonna tap back in with a little bit more for the main card, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and let that be that with that, man. You know what I'm talking about? Appreciate y'all for tapping in.